when somebody says something to us, naturally being a normal human being, I feel hurt. And when chanting, it comes, and then something a devotee told me, whenever something comes, your mind will, feel that hurt or whatever. It will try to, feel bad about that person or think bad about that person. And then your intelligence should come and rescue your mind, saying, whatever reasoning we can give, it is my own karma, and it would have anyway happened. I would have anyway got insulted. It could have been anybody. So this is this person. This person has nothing to do with anything with this, but it was my karma. So these are the things our intelligence should be convincing our mind. And she was saying that as many times the mind disturbs, so many times the intelligence should teach or convince the mind. So my question here is, and that actually works, but my problem is, like, while mind thinks bad about that person, maybe the person whom we tried or I am trying to help, and that person says something in return which really, really hurt, because I didn't have any other intention than to just help. And so mind has already thought about it. So I have already committed that offense. Intelligence coming and rescuing it instead of further rescue. But will that mind offense will consider to be offense, or my intelligence not letting my mind act upon it will help? Am I too complicated? I don't know if I put it across properly.
No, it's a very good question, very deep question. Thank you for asking that. Um, yes, there is offenses on the level of the mind, there is offenses at the level of the words, and offenses at the level of the actions. Manasa, vacha, karmana. So even though the offense is not at the level of the action, but it may be at the level of the mind. And yes, we have committed that. But just because we have committed an offense doesn't mean now we cannot do anything. So one Srila Sanatan Goswami, he says that when we commit an offense, then there are two components to it. One component, okay, let me give a short answer first and then I'll give a little bit detail. The short answer is, if in your mind you have thought something negative about a devotee, yes, it's good that you intellectually convince your mind, but also along with it, try to see two positive thoughts about that devotee. Try to see two positive qualities about that devotee. Okay, that devotee misunderstood you and said something, but we can still see, if one negative thought comes, for every negative thought, think of two positive thoughts. If you had 5 negative thoughts, think of 10 positive thoughts about that devotee. Meaning, you say that this devotee is chanting. He is dear to Krishna. They are chanting at least. They are, honoring prasadam so nicely, or any other good quality of that devotee based on your experience. That devotee may not be bad to everyone. Maybe they are good to others. They are serving their spiritual master nicely, or they may have said some good things to you earlier also. It's not like every time they're saying bad things, but try to see some good quality in that devotee. That also helps in counteracting. At least it stops the flow of negative feelings within the mind, because negative thoughts comes from negative feelings, and as soon as we change with positive thoughts, those positive thoughts affect the feelings, and the source of those negative thoughts, go away. uh, so that's one quick thing, in addition to what you are doing, which is good, which is intellectually convincing, but also intellectually try to see what are the uh, or try to feel what are the good qualities in that devotee. This is what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would also do when, during his Vyasa Puja, if he knew that two devotees are having ill feelings towards each other, he would call both of them on the stage, and then he would say, I am your spiritual master, and I'm instructing you to tell something good about this person, and the other person to tell something good about you. And so now they're in the stage in front of all these devotees, and their Guru Maharaj is saying, glorify this other devotee. And they are really not able to see any good quality in the other devotee, but they have to go dig deep down now and try to find something which is good, which they can see good in that devotee. And when they would do that, then suddenly all those ill feelings, the source of those ill feelings, was eradicated. So this is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's formula: is when you have feel the bad feelings, yes, uh, we should stop ourselves from harm. Forgiveness does not mean that we again put ourselves in the harm's way, but we should yeah work on our mind to get rid of these offenses. Whenever now, if we have committed of this stops us from future offense, but the offense that we have already committed, it has two components according to Sanatan Goswami. One component is that the devotee may feel bad, and the second component is that Krishna feels bad. So if we are doing any offense in the mind, maybe the other devotee may not feel bad because we have not put it in words or action yet, but Krishna does feel bad. So for the component of the devotee feeling bad, so what to do if we have committed an offense? Now an offense have been committed, but we want to continue with devotional service. So we go and beg forgiveness from that devotee. That resolves one level of the component, especially if he has felt bad because of our words or actions. And the second component is that Krishna has felt bad. How to get rid of that component of the offense? For that, Sanatan Goswami says we have to serve that devotee, not only beg forgiveness. That only takes care of one part, but we have to serve. Just like um, just like Maharaj Ambirisha was offended, and at that time uh, Maharaj Ambarish said, I don't really feel any offense, don't worry about it. So the devotee sometimes may not feel the offense, but Krishna has felt offended because of the devotee because of us offending the devotee. So to overpower that, we have to serve that devotee or do something that pleases that devotee, that makes that devotee happy. So if we truly want to counteract the offense, we should look for ways on how we can make that devotee happy by our actions, by our words, or things like that. Then the Krishna's component is also taken care of. And then it cleanses our minds of any future offenses as well as the current offense.
Oh, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that answer. But here, sometimes what happens, devotees, they may not realize they have committed the offense. My problem is if I go and tell sorry for that, he will say, oh, did I offend you? And then putting
No,
that
you can.
person into trouble.
So you can at least go and serve them. Just serve them in a way, give them a gift. Uh, sometimes begging forgiveness always does not mean go and say sorry to their face. There are many other ways that we can beg forgiveness also. Sometimes when we say sorry to their face, they may get more offended because they realize, oh, that means you really did the offense. So we should beg forgiveness, but that doesn't mean there are many other ways. We have to be sensitive based on the time, place, circumstance. But definitely, we have to take care of the component where Krishna is offended. And so we should look for ways, tax our brains to see what does this devotee like, and let me make this devotee happy. Let me please that devotee. You don't have to tell why you are doing this extra effort, but make that extra effort to please that devotee, then the offense will also go away. So that's why we said, rather than being afraid like the millipede of, oh, did I blaspheme this devotee? Did I offend? Did I this? Just glorify and serve. That's if you do these positive things, automatically the offenses would be taken care of. And if you're always glorifying, always serving, guess what? You will never commit an offense, and you will always be free of offenses. But if we focus on how do I be free of offenses, then we are only focusing on offense and we end up doing that offense. So glorify and serve. Just focus on how can I glorify, how can I serve, how can I look for good qualities, how can I serve, and then things will take care of itself.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.